keep the weight in place. And it's a nice, directly overhead, you're coming up and stretching up the thigh as we push across that other side. It's up, it's across. I want you to think about your lower abs, lifting that leg up. It's up, out, back, and down. Facing the front of the room. Few of these to really burn it out. Outer hip and outer thigh here. If you squeezing, just by rotating the upper body, you're going to feel your obliques are going to raise it up and down, up and down. Use this to not only use your abs, but stretch up and get a bit of that back as well. It's up, side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 5, 6, 7, 8. Towards our calf. Looking up towards that ceiling. And then cross switch arms in front. And we're just going to do a few mermaids across. Each time. Heating up through those thighs. It's like a frog with your knees turned out now. Starting off without that weight. So the reason I moved my bottom knee forward a bit was to give me more of an anchored position. And then point away. Perfectly in line. We're stretching back, and what this does is activate the glute a bit more. Like a clam. So I want you to raise your lower calf up. Directly up and down. So your leg is staying up the entire time. So you're really stretching out before we move to the other side. So bring it over. Your kneecap is definitely facing the front of the room. Position your leg is in. That's key. The higher you have your leg, the more you're going to feel it in the... And up. And up. Down. Press up through your heels. We're keeping our inner thighs facing up. Stretching that out. And then bring it to the side. Stretching out your spine. Then down behind the other side and twist. So try to reach low here and up and twist. Down and up and twist. We're going to do 4 more like this. Across. So now reach behind. Across. Behind. Across. Now in front. This is the motion. Down. Tap. Side leg raise. In. In. 3, 2, 1. Straight arm presses. Are up. It's 1. It's 2. It's up and up. Or it's 1, 2, out, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull behind. So we're starting with singles. Just adjust your tension. Don't release all the way. 3 and release. It's 1, 2, 3. Be here for a while. Pushing those elbows to the back. Blow out and control it down. 1, 2, 3. Extend slowly. 1, 2, 3. Pull in little ones. You need to really choke up on that band here because your thighs are a large muscle group. 1, 2, 3. In a little bit. 1, 2, 3. See how wide my legs are? See how tight my band is? Okay, so we're just going to raise up and down. So you're pressing away with the sole of your foot as if it's 2. It's 1. It's 2. It's up. Foot here, or make like a Barbie foot because you don't want to lose your band. This is what we're doing. So make sure there's enough tension on there. Down and then down. It's up. It's extend. It's down and down. I am not letting my leg rest on the mat. I want you to lean over to the side. Armpits to the mat. Our thighs, nice hamstring stretch. Pushing your chest towards that leg. Really pushing that hip forward. Pressing the heel towards the glutes. Towards our chest, and we're just very lightly bringing our chest in towards our knees. Just keep persevering and your hip flexors will get stronger. 1, now go back to 2, now start with the front leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2, kind of an around and around, around and around. 2, 3, 4, it's down, up, pull, 2, 3, 4. Back is against the mat, down, up, pull, 2, 3, 4, walk it, 2, 3, 4, down, push up and tap down. Really pull your navel into your spine, down. You're really going to feel these. Rotate, rotate, center, down. Engage the upper abs, down, up, push. You're pushing your legs to the ceiling. Down, up, rotate, rotate, center, down, up, rotate. So we're not going to do that many more, but it's good for you. This is really building strength. So this hand here is very lightly placed on the mat. So just do a few more of these so you get the hang of them. It's 1, it's 2, bend it, it's 1. It's 2, extend, it's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and out. Knees in, and out. Up, and down, okay? So we'll just do a few more of these. 2, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2. Again, it's 1, all the way over, roll it up, rotate, rotate, roll it down, and push, push, you down, and down, 4, 3, roll up, extend and push against the other leg, roll up, tiny pulse, this is hard. Opening up, looking up at the ceiling. One more time. And down. So keep going, keep adjusting, and make sure that you've got that loop in just the right position so that you can start feeling your inner thigh engaging. Okay, so don't let it drop, otherwise you're going to lose the tension from that loop. So you're going to really need to fight for stability here. Circle it. If you want to, you can just keep that leg up by itself, not hang on to it. Go around the other way. This is even more awkward. So I'm going to hold back onto my leg. So, obliques firing. Both legs straight. Bunch it up, keep it tight, anchor it, and just reverse it. Reverse. We're moving to the other side, and we're going to repeat all of that. So if you can keep your heels touching, and then actually push your thighs and even your calves together at the top, that is where the results live. If you can't do this pointed, then just flex, or make like a Barbie foot, and in. Out further, and in. Yes, there's outer thigh happening here, like a circle with this leg while we're lying down. And you guessed it, we're going to reverse it. Now, this way, for me, feels really weird and awkward, a little bit, to help them stretch even further. Ankle weights would really increase the instability as well. And then just switch sides, or try and use your elbows. And you need to take big steps and then point your toe and reach out so that your leg straightens a little bit. Your knees are not touching. We're just going to go tap and up, front and back. These are all just the gentle warm-up exercises. On the thighs, it's slightly easier than when you have it around the ankles on this angle. The other one is off the ground, out. So you will notice straight away this is tougher. Squeeze out for 3. Down, back into position, 1, 2, 3. And you're rotating, and you see how my loop is never slack. I'm front and back. I want you to do it now with the loop. Anchor this bottom leg, you're kicking forward. This one's a little bit easier because you are using some glute, and your glute is a large muscle group. So you're going to come past and then point and align with that hip. It really gives extra stretch to that band. Don't slouch in the shoulder, and you're rotating. Hold it up here, extend and bend. Last thing. We're going to stretch that out, and we're going to move to the other side. And from your knees all the way to your hip bones, and just squeezing those glutes. Remember we did this standing before to warm up. Keep your feet where they are and just push your knees out, glutes out, in. So make sure that you give it your all. Can you come outside your mat? Wider than the mat. And squeeze. I give up. Deep breath. Hold it. Leg close in. Stretch that out. That feels good. So keep your shoulders down. Don't rotate over here. Hinge forward at the waist. Up and down. So if you can, try to get your leg in line with the other knee. Keep your leg up. It's not going to be as high as the other leg, so probably it needs to be high enough that you can point your toe and tap it. And 2. It's circle, stop, in, out, in, out. Take a break. We're going to do the other leg. On squeezing your glute every time you raise that leg into the ground on that supporting leg, and lift your leg high enough so you little bend, big press. Straighten your leg. It's up and up. Circle, stop, in, out, in, out. Because we're starting from the floor and then picking it up higher, this is tougher than when we were seated. You need your leg wide, circle, stop, and up. The higher you have your leg, the more it's going to burn. It's 2. Circle, stop, bend, extend, down, up. Stretching out your quads. So really anchor that loop with your bent leg. On the loop. Circle, stop. Leg. Press up for 2. Circle, stop, in, out, in, out. With your upper body really stretching out through that glute. Your thighs really feeling that stretch in the hamstring, the back of the leg. Squeeze in on the ball and then tuck your hip. It's a squeeze and a tuck. You just bring your arms up and knock your fists together. So keep that squeeze on the ball. So the emphasis is on the back, and lift the ball up, up, and an up. Keep going. Knock your fists together. Down and up. And out. So gauge it. Are you in the right position? Stack, and we're going to side. front side of your obliques. I'm pushing your hips to the ceiling and really and back. Squeeze. Touch your knee each time if you can. Float the leg if you can. 7, 6. But try to press out with your outer thighs. Lots to think about. Down. That's the best option. Go for 4, 3. The outer thighs and push directly above your hip. We're going to come down and around and up. Down and around and up. 6, 5. Into chest, roll up. Now hold it. Hold it here. Then roll the ball to the front and stretch your side body. Come down again and push up again. And down. Some nice squeeze for the inner thighs. You're just turning, and every time one of the legs goes down, you're going to feel the tension on that inner thigh. So you're squeezing with your legs on that angle. In, 2, 3, release. 2, 3. And it's down and it's up. And see how I'm coming down further away. I'm not coming all the way up like this. In and in. Point your toes. Leg is not on the ground. You're keeping it above the ground. And then you're just going to squeeze. 1, 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3, release. So you kind of need to hold the ball a little bit with your other foot. Straighten it. You're keeping it high. 8, 9, 100. Bring it down. Sit up. And guess what? 100 squeezes. I'm not going to be mean this time. I'm not going to do a warm-up, so we're going to start with the counting straight away. Breathe in and 1, 2, 3. Tag it on the end of some cardio. Put it in with some outer thigh or some abs, and then just the other side. You can also do this and then switch it, push down. 3, 2, 1. Push that leg back. Back. Go for 8. Lift it high. Your kneecap is to the front. Remember to hold your tummy in. Protect your core. Deep breath. Flex back. Kick forward point. Flex back. So we're going to do 2 up, 2 in, 2 sweep. Deep breath in. Point that toe. So it's 1 and 2. In and 2. Sweep it. Sweep it. Back to center. And we're just going out to the side. Center and side. Down, up, in. So you're going to feel a little bit of glute recruitment here. Maybe a little bit of inner thigh up in like an attitude position. Squeeze up. 6, 5. Point your toe, and we're just using it as a marker so that we can't drop our leg below the line of that ball. Makes it all the more fun. And behind it. Front, behind. 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6. Other side. Stretching out the back of the leg. 2 and 1. Now hold it up. Squeeze your glutes, and we're just going to do little pulses up and up. Knees apart and walk your feet together so your heels are touching. And it's large range of motion down and up. 1, stay up high. We're going to tuck those hips as hard as we can, and it's in and out with those knees. This time we're going to bring our knees together and our feet apart. So there's still tension now on that loop. And we're going to come down, up, trying to squeeze your knees together. Little up. Oh, really burning. And down. Up and down. So, and just pulse tiny going to hardly see any movement there. Pulse in on the ball with your heel. Keep it up and push that heel into the ball. Up. So now we have a marker. Now hold it up and pulse. So your leg is not even tapping the ball anymore. And down. So all the way up as high as you can and squeeze up. And up. Tiny pulse. Up. There's tension on this. And we're going to do the same thing up and down, squeezing those glutes, but now also feeling a bit of inner thigh. All the way up, and now pulse it. Up. And we're going out and in. Just a few of these, out and in. So you're feeling that resistance loop. 8, 7, in and down. So once your legs lift up, they stay up until your legs come back in, okay? So they're off the mat. Your knees can be turning out slightly. Push against your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. So all the way up and down. Towards that knee.